Hey, what's going on, guys? It's JJ here. I hope you're all having a great day. Before we get into the topic of this video, I just want to encourage you, if you're watching, to watch till the end of the video. And if you enjoy this video, give me a like and subscribe to my channel. And also let me know down in the comments of any criticism you have of my videos. I'm always looking to improve every video, and I'm hoping to get to posting a video a day, if not a video every other day very soon. And all that being said, let's just get right into it. So this story is about the time that I put Icy Hot on my balls. I mean, we could kind of just end it there. You know, I don't really know if there's much to say about it, but yeah, I put Icy Hot on my balls. Now I'm gonna give y'all some background information to preface the story. So this story happened my freshman year of high school. And I played basketball all throughout high school. I think I didn't play my sophomore year, but it doesn't matter. So this is when I was a freshman. And this happened when I was on the varsity team. I made varsity my freshman year. That's not like a big deal. I went to a small private school. I graduated class of 50, and basically there was like one black dude per grade. So it wasn't like I made varsity freshman year with an all-black team in a 5A public school. But I mean, I was decent for a private school. So I was on the varsity team, and every single year we would go to 3 or 4 out of town tournaments, as you do when you play basketball. And these tournaments were like before playoffs. You know, they were just kind of practice tournaments, didn't mean anything. But this one was in Tyler, Texas, I think, or maybe it was Houston, I don't remember, but that doesn't really matter. So me and the basketball team were at this tournament, right? And this happened like right before our first game of the tournament. So, you know, we leave our hotels, and we go to the gymnasium, and we start our warm up before the game. You know, you do your layups, your fucking shooting drills and whatnot. You know, you just get warmed up, obviously, and then we go back to the locker room. And this situation happened like 20-30 minutes before the actual game started, like before we literally walked on the court and the refs blew the whistle to start the game. And so I go back to the locker room after we warm up, and my friend, it's actually the dude from my yelling vagina in class video, Jackson, the one I actually played the penis game with. If you haven't seen that, go back and watch it. It's a pretty funny video. But my friend Jackson, when I walk in the locker room, he's like, "Hey dude, you got to try this. It feels really good." And I see a little bottle of Icy Hot in his hand. I'm like, "What, you want me to put it on my arm or something? Like, what are you talking about?" He's like, "Nah, dude, you got to put this shit on your balls." And like, I was like, "The balls on my feet," you know, I didn't actually say this. I knew what he was talking about, but he's like, "No, your ball sack." And like, I just kind of look at him, and like me, you know, I'm a young, naive freshman. I'm really gullible too. I was a really gullible person. I believed anything anyone told me to do. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I got fucked with my freshman year. It was really bad. I would call it bullying. I mean, some of it was bullying, but I definitely got fucked with because I was a fucking idiot, in high school especially. I'm still a fucking idiot, but it doesn't matter. So yeah, he's like, "Put this shit on your balls." And, you know, being that young and having just discovered what jerking off was maybe like a year or two ago, so that's still kind of new to me. Of course, I'm like, something feels good on my balls, fuck yeah, I'm gonna try it, right? As any kid my age would. If you tell me that, you know, rubbing fucking Swiss cheese and ketchup on the end of my dick will make me come out my butthole, that's probably something I'm gonna fucking try to do. Sorry if that really grossed you out, but like, I mean, seriously, like, you tell me to put ice out on my balls, I'm going to put Ice Hot on my balls. So that's what I did. So I asked him how much I should do, right? And he says, "Hold out your hand," right? And he puts like a dollop. And to give you an idea, think about like toothpaste on a toothbrush amount on my finger. And I'm just looking at this. I'm a little scared because I've never actually used Icy Hot before. I don't even know what it does. I mean, it's kind of in the name. It gets icy and then it gets hot, right? But I spread this around, and I go to the bathroom, and I just rub all of it. I rub it all on my ball sack. You know, I even like massaged it into my ball sack, right? I'm like, we're gonna really have a good experience. And about, you know, maybe anywhere from like 2 to 5 minutes later, I get like a cold tingling sensation on my ball sack, and I wouldn't define it as like it was like good or great. it was just something kind of different, you know, kind of like the come up of acid. Like, it's not necessarily like fun or great, it's just you just start noticing something's different, right? That's kind of what I just felt that on my sack. It felt really cold and it was tingling all over, and I like started to get a little scared because I was like, it just like kind of kept getting stronger, like this tingling sensation, and like it almost felt like numbing on my sack, so I couldn't feel my ball sack. And then, you know, after about, I want to say like 10 minutes, no, not even, after like the really close, soon after the 5-minute mark, like maybe 6 or 7 minutes in, I started experiencing the worst fucking pain I've ever felt on my ball sack in my life. Probably one of the greater pains that I've actually felt in my life. And I've had quite a bit of surgeries, and I've felt, you know, reasonably painful things. But this is up there, honestly, for one of the most painful experiences I went through. I don't even know how to describe it in words. Like, I feel like a good way of putting it is like, you know, when you get a Charlie horse and then like that lasts for like a few seconds, but that pain gets so intense right before it ends. It's like that in your ball sack, except it doesn't end. It lasts for like 10 or 15 minutes. It felt like my ball sack was literally on fire, honestly. It was so hot, and it stung like I was getting stung by like a million bees all over my ball sack, like just over and over and over again. And it was completely unpleasant, honestly. It was not a good experience. And I start running around the locker room, right? Like, I'm freaking out. I'm starting to hyperventilate. And everyone on the team is fucking laughing at me. You know, I'm running around. I'm trying to blow air on my ball sack with my hands, like, just to make it feel better. And yeah, that kind of works, but not really. And I'm like butt naked at this point, right? And so I sprint over to the sink and I start like rubbing water on it, trying to rub any of the oil left from the Icy Hot off. And you know what that did? It made it worse. And they're all laughing at me because they knew it made it worse because every freshman before me had just done this. Oh yeah, I don't know if I mentioned this. This was freshman initiation for our basketball team. They do it every single year to the freshmen. I did it to the freshmen when I got older. And it's kind of like an unspoken thing. Like, it's not actually like directly freshman initiation. It's just kind of like a tradition that we pass down every single year. But yeah, I'm trying to rub water on it. It doesn't fucking work. It makes it 10 times worse, and they're laughing at me. So I'm just back to like running around naked, you know, just like screaming, like almost crying from how much pain I was in. And I looked at him, I was like, yo, is this gonna end? Because let me remind you, we have to step on the court and play in like 5-10 minutes, right? Like, literally there's a counter on the scoreboard in the gym counting down from like 10 minutes or 15 minutes when we left the gym last. That's when it hits the end of the counter, we're supposed to walk onto the court and play, and my balls are in extreme pain and I'm freaking out, right? And finally, after like maybe 10-15 minutes of that feeling, it starts to go down, right? It starts to calm down, it starts to go away, and I get this like relief, like throughout not only my whole body, but this like really gentle cold sensation all over the sack that my balls are contained in. And it brought out a feeling, like a really blissful feeling that I had never felt before. I felt lighter as a man. I felt like my balls were gently touching a really cold, like silver platter. That's weird that I fucking said that, honestly, but it was really great. And we walk onto the court, and I had never been more ready to play a basketball game in my whole life. Okay, it really wasn't that great. It did feel really good though, and I think it was just more of the feeling of being relieved. But I did get it. There was a really cool, like, cold sensation down my balls, and yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. We played our game. I played pretty well that game. I think I scored like 12 points. Had a lot of rebounds and assists. You know, I didn't start, but I always went in a few minutes into the first quarter. I played every single quarter. I was a necessary part of our team, if I do say so, but played well. Not a fun experience. Never going to do that again. Made a lot of freshmen do that after me. Moral of the story is, guys, don't put Icy Hot on sensitive areas. Like, don't use it at all unless you need it. And if your dick or balls or asshole are hurting, don't put Icy Hot on it. Just go see a doctor or something. Like, it's just not smart. please learn from my mistakes. Please don't do this. That was a very stupid decision that I don't regret at all, though, to be quite honest. All that being said, guys, if you made it to this part of the video, I appreciate you sticking through. If you liked the video, go ahead and give me a like, subscribe to my channel, and again, guys, let me know in the comments what I can do to improve my videos, or just let me know what your thoughts are. I appreciate it, and I'll see you on the next one.